Hey everybody, Diamond Jim's 45 coming back at you. As you can see, a face for radio and a voice for print. I'm not camera shy anymore. Just making a short little video today since I'm an SC fan in college football. I guess I better say my piece on OJ Simpson, who died today earlier. A lot of people only remember him from his problems with society in the 90s and such. And he was born in San Francisco. He went to Galileo High School. His grades were not that good, so a lot of college recruiters didn't come after him. He went to City College of San Francisco for 2 years. Then he went to USC, which was a good thing. He led USC to the Rose Bowl and the #1 ranking in the in both polls. They beat Indiana in the Rose Bowl. They beat Notre Dame that year for the first time in South Bend since had to be the late 30s. The next year, USC had a Heisman Trophy winning season for OJ. They lost to Ohio State in the Rose Bowl. He was then drafted by the Buffalo Bills. Back then, there was a 14-game season. The first 3 years in Buffalo were kind of lackluster, kind of pedestrian, to tell you the truth. And then Buffalo started drafting the likes of Reggie McKenzie, Joe DeLamielleure, and they put together that offensive line that they called the Electric Company because OJ Simpson was the juice. And in 1973, he ran for over 2,000 yards, and that is, again, a 14-game season. Sorry for the scratch. Anyway, then he had another couple seasons, one season of 1,800 yards, and played about 9 seasons in Buffalo. Played out the string, couple seasons at the end of his career in San Francisco, where he grew up, and was named to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in the mid-'80s. I think it was in 1985, something like that. He never was. I always admired him for what he did at SC. He was not my favorite player at SC. My favorite players were Ricky Bell and Anthony Davis. And but after his football career and sometime during it, he had an acting career. He did another scratch. He did a lot of commercials. He was really a very well-liked spokesman, and had the world by a string, and had a smile that would light up a room, and everybody liked him until early mid-'90s when ran into some problems with society. Let's just put it that way. Was a suspect in a murder case of his ex-wife and a friend of hers. He was found not guilty in that case, which was interesting, to say the least. He was later found liable in a civil case for the death of those two people, and I think he had a $33 million settlement he had to pay, which, supposed to pay. Anyway, later in the mid-2000s, he had a run-in with a memorabilia collector in Las Vegas and produced a gun to try to get some of his stuff back, in air quotes. Was tried and convicted for robbery and kidnapping in Nevada. Went to the joint for 33 years, paroled after 9, and after that he was pretty much persona non grata. There's a case of a guy that had the world up by a string, and, just lost it. Well, it's his own fault. So that's that story. So, hope this helped. Some of you might not remember OJ as a player and only as a convicted felon and liable in a civil court for the death of two other people. So, hope this was enlightening and educational. And once again, click like, click subscribe, and as usual, so long for just a while.